Thank you.
Thank you.
Episode 2.
Music is playing, but you can't hear it.
Never, never. I can never hear it. I swear every time. But I just know the song well enough to know that I just have to hear this song, a whole little turn, and I'm back. And a high kick. Boom. Hey, everybody. What is going on? Welcome to Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes here on the Trident Network. I am your stupid host, Justin Swinson. Thank you for tuning in. It is another Monday. We have made it through, wouldn't you know it? And that means it's time to give away some stupid prizes by playing some stupid games. If you have been wandering the whole weird space that is the internet and you have stumbled upon us here on Twitch and you're wondering what the hell is this? Why is this ghostly looking man talking to me here on this screen? I will fill you in. This is Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes on the Trident Network. It is the stupidest game show here on the internet. You are going to see 3 contestants battle for a couple of prizes that I think are really dumb, but I think they will still really enjoy. And you know what? Maybe we'll make some friends along the way. This whole game is brought to you by the good folks at the Trident Network. What's the Trident Network, you ask? I'm glad you asked. It is a digital network guided on the 3 principles of connection, support, and accessibility. This is the place where you will see podcasts, you will see sketch videos that you can find on YouTube, you'll find live shows on Twitch, just like this one. It is a place for artists from all over to basically put up whatever they want, express themselves, connect with people, entertain, whatever they want to do, whatever their heart desires, it can happen here on the Trident Network. If that interests you at all, maybe check the chat. There may be a link for you in due time. That seems like a good prop to throw it up to. Man, usually I throw it up to the Shadow Realm where Val is hanging out, but we got a special guest in the Shadow Realm tonight. Em, what up?
Oh, what's up, y'all? Val had a baby, and now I'm here.
Well, she had a baby prior, but you know, when you have a baby, things come up.
Sometimes people take different priorities. That's okay. You gotta love your
That
baby.
is, that's true. If Val had put this show over the baby, I would be like, "What's wrong with you, Val? No." I would be like, "Val, no, absolutely not." But I digress. The best way to support this show, if you're watching this and this first couple of minutes has even seemed remotely entertaining to you, is to support us the easiest way, honestly, that button right there. That subscribe button, the one with the star next to it, just press that. That is the quickest, fastest, easiest way to support us here at the Trident Network. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you are in luck. You can do a little bit of good for the whole lot of bad that you're doing helping Jeff Bezos. If you subscribe, you can subscribe for absolutely free. For free with an Amazon Prime account. It's a weird loophole, but I promise you it works. If you don't have an Amazon Prime account, good for you. You're really a real one. My goodness. But it's just $5 to help us out. Come on. I know you got 100 nickels on you. You're watching Twitch. You got some money. You got a little something on you. Don't lie to me. There's plenty of time to subscribe, but we need to get into this game. Oh my goodness, I am so excited for this one. So let's get right to it. Contestants, how about you say hello to the internet?
What's up?
Heck yeah, we love that. Oh yeah, I can't wait for this one. All right, let's meet our contestants, starting with contestant number 1 in this first bubble right here. Oh, I got it right on the first try. That's how I know it's going to be a good show. Contestant in bubble number 1, introduce yourself to the internet.
Hi, Internet. I am Andy. Anything else you want me to say?
Uh, if you're good with that, I mean, I don't want to make it a whole improv audition about it. Give a fun fact about yourself.
Oh God, that always stresses me out so
I
much. Suddenly,
know.
I'm like the least interesting person who has ever existed.
Well, then, Andy, what are you watching right now? What are you consuming?
Oh, I'm rewatching 30 Rock because I want to pretend that it's not 2025. I'm just regressing.
I feel that in my soul.
Hmm.
I don't want it to be 2025 anymore either. I think 5 months in, I can call it. I don't get me off the ride. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good. I've seen enough.
Yeah. You know who else is here with us in 2025? Contestant number 2 in this middle bubble. Introduce yourself to the internet, my friend.
Hi, my name is Becca. I have the biggest head of the group. And I'm so zoomed in. And You should know I actually I went to Harvard.
Oh, wow.
Take a step back.
Yeah, I went to Harvard.
There it is. Now we got it. Yeah, we lost you a little bit.
And yeah, you should know I know everything and
Ooh.
I don't take stupid lightly. So if you call me stupid, I'll show you my IQ score.
Okay.
600.
All right. This is usually the part in the show where I say, remember this moment now, because we're going to check scores at the end of this. Because, man, something weird always happens in this show. But it is time for us to meet our contestant that is in the third spot, all the way down yonder in the furthest bubble. Contestant 3, introduce yourself to the internet. Oh, hey.
What's up? I'm Alexa. Palmero. Hello. One fun fact about me is I got a spam text that I'm still it's roiling around in my head. I will read it to you because it's I wonder if you'll find it as confounding and convincing as I do. Text from a number I don't know. Do you have time to come to my house tonight to eat roast chicken? I was almost like, yeah. Where are you?
Okay, I legit got a text like that, but it was like Chinese food like maybe a month ago. And I was like, I don't have this number saved. I don't recognize this area code. How do they know I want Chinese food? I
They're
was
getting
like, what
better.
is happening? I'm scared. Oh, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Maybe I should text them back now to see if they should.
Ooh. I'm scared for you, but if you want to, for the sake of content, hey, tell them tune in. Drop the link in the chat. Just let that be the reply. Send them the link to the show and just see if they want.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Meet me here.
Bring the chicken.
It's crazy. While Alexa sends us that text, I think now is as good a time as any to hop into round one. Heck yeah. Oh, my friends, my friends, my friends. We have got a great game lined up for you here in our favorite little show, Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes. I feel like everything that we have this month category-wise is loosely based around summer, and that's exactly what our prizes are based around loosely as well. Before we reveal our first prize, I mean, we got to shout out the sponsor, our one and only Dollar Value Plus. That's right, Dollar Value Plus at 6714 North Clark Street in Chicago, Illinois, 60626. The crown jewel of Rogers Park. That's Dollar Value Plus. My friends, I feel like with the summer approaching, we all do a little bit of spring cleaning. We have a little bit of extra room in our closet. We maybe find something really cool to wear at a store, whether it be, your vintage shopping, or maybe you want to splurge a little bit and get something from Zara. And that is why tonight's winner, the first prize they will receive, are these wonderful clothes hangers.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
This is a 6-pack of blue clothes hangers. They are pretty sturdy. They are made of plastic, so they're bad for the earth. So keep them for a while when you win. But they're pretty darn sturdy. And that's just prize one of 3 that tonight's winner will receive. But we got to get to the first round, and then we are playing the classic game of Where We Finna Eat At, but a special baseball stadium edition of Where We Finna Eat At. Here's how this is going to work, friends. You are going to see on the screen, with the help of them up there in the shadow realm, you'll see a picture of a food item that you can get at a major league ballpark. I'll give you 3 options of what park you could possibly get that item at, and all you got to do is tell me the correct park. Each correct answer will receive 1 point. Are we ready with the first one?
Yes, we are.
Hell yeah. Ooh, baby. This is a Daddy Mac dog. It's exactly what you think it is. It is a foot-long hot dog with pork and mac and cheese. And if I'm not mistaken, there's some fried pickles on that thing too, because America, am I right? Where in the hell can you buy a Daddy Mac dog? The home of the Seattle Mariners, the home of the Houston Astros, or the home of the Baltimore Orioles? Andy, being in the first bubble, I'll come to you first. What are you thinking?
Okay, so you said Mariners,
Astros,
Astros. Okay,
Orioles.
I'm gonna pick Astros because the only other thing I know about the Astros is that they cheated, and this hot dog is a crime. So I'm gonna assume that this is another crime that the Astros are committing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Harvard Becca, what are you thinking here?
Thank you. That's on my birth certificate now, so you got that correct.
That's right.
Yes, I don't know much about Baltimore except maybe lobsters, but I feel like they need a mac and cheese on a hot dog in Baltimore. So let's say Baltimore.
Got it. Alexa, you've heard two different answers here. One person thinks you can find the Daddy Mac dog in Houston. One thinks you can find it in Baltimore. But what do you think?
Okay. My gut is telling me Houston, but a mischievous spirit in me is like, I can't go with the crowd. I can't be a follower. But I do think it's Houston because I think they're all like barbecue at all costs, no matter what victims we leave in our wake. So I think I gotta go Astros as well.
Okay, great. Honestly, I think barbecue at all costs should be the new motto for Texas. That is actually really good. You may want to sell them that. Everything's bigger in Texas doesn't really hit the same as barbecue at all costs.
Yeah. I'll campaign on that.
And you especially should because that was the correct answer. You can find that at Dalkin Park in Houston, Texas.
Wow. Formerly Enron Park, by the way.
Oh, why'd they
Too
change
many
it?
names. We could just do a whole game of what used to be the name of this baseball stadium, honestly.
Oh, that's the only one I know.
Oh, well, prepare to meet our next food item here on the menu. This is the boomstick burrito. This is also a foot-long piece of food because that's how we roll in America for some reason. Can this be found at the home of the Texas Rangers, the San Diego Padres, or the Arizona Diamondbacks? Harvard Becca, I'm gonna come to you first. Maybe we can get a little redemption here.
I do want to redeem myself. Let me just say, Houston, you have a problem.
Headline.
But I will say this. What were the options again? Sorry.
Absolutely. That's why I'm here to smile and repeat the answers. It can be the home of the Texas Rangers, the San Diego Padres, or the Arizona Diamondbacks.
I think San Diego because California is just a land of beautiful things like burritos. So
Alexa, I'm coming to you next. What are you thinking here? Is this in Texas, San Diego, or Arizona?
Um, well, what I am thinking is how do you get that back to your seat? Is mostly what I'm thinking.
That's a good
Uh,
idea. That's a good
is
question.
it on a platter? Are you carrying it loose? Baby.
I think I hope they're giving you one of those plastic trays or maybe like a cardboard little box.
Yeah. I would hope so. Also, I just want to shout out another baseball team that we're not talking about right now, but the Chicago White Sox.
Oh,
They're they the people who work in those food booths are angels on earth.
yes.
I the last time I was there, I was like to my group, I was like, "Does anyone want anything? Does anyone want anything?" And like 5 people were like, "Yeah, we all want hot dogs and beer." I was like, "Great, I can do this all by myself," and like immediately couldn't. And I went to like a really far booth from our seats too. But one of them came out and helped me carry everything like all the way across
Aw.
the stadium. Oh, angels on earth. Anyway, I am also going to San Diego because they're burrito people. They love burritos. What can I say?
Andy, I will need your answer, and if you have ever been helped by a angel at a sporting event.
Not at a sporting event, but
Then it's
I
coming.
I do love someone who goes the extra mile when I have overextended myself and I'm panicking and feel like I look insane and someone's nice to me. So I loved that story. I love that story very much. I have
That
not
didn't
had
look
I have not
That was
had
really complicated.
an angel in the outfield or the cafeteria of a baseball stadium. I don't know. Okay. I am going to go Arizona just because there's something about this ridiculous burrito and also it being called a boomstick burrito. So like explosives are involved. And I feel like, no offense to anyone who's watching from Arizona, but y'all don't make like the best decisions. So I'm gonna say Arizona.
No
Our
offense.
viewers in Arizona. We love you all out there. Do better.
We do.
The fun part about this is, man, I didn't expect this to happen. No one got this one right. The correct answer was actually Globe Life Field, which is the home of the Texas Rangers.
Low life field?
Globe Life Field. It's a terrible management company. Don't worry about it. They make too much money. Moving right along with two words you thought you would never hear together, the Fiesta Burger. The Fiesta Burger is next. Look at that thing.
Oh no, there's tortilla chips on it.
Well, it wouldn't be a Fiesta without tortilla chips.
Where's the burger? Where's the patty?
It's in there. It's in there. Don't worry. It's just vibing, you know. It's not
So
it's not a
concerned.
main- It's not, it doesn't have main character energy, so it's just hanging low in the back. It's fine. But where in the hell can you buy this? The home of the Washington Nationals? The home of the Los Angeles Dodgers? Or the home of the New York Mets? Harvard Becca, I come to you again because I really feel like you got this one. I just feel it in my spirit. What do you think?
Like when I think Fiesta and I think burger, I think of Los Angeles. So yeah, there's actually a Harvard study about how Los Angeles is just like one big fiesta, So just know I know that.
Locking it in, Dodger Stadium it is. Andy, what are you thinking? Is the Fiesta Burger at the home of the Nationals, the Dodgers, or the Mets?
I am gonna go Los Angeles as well. There's something about it. Maybe it's the guacamole, avocados, California. I don't know. I think it's Los Angeles.
Fair enough, fair enough. Alexa, I come to you now last. I know you went kind of with the crowd and it helped you on that first one. How are we feeling this time around?
I something in me is telling me it's the Washington Nationals because this feels like. Wait, are the Washington Nationals
In
like
Washington, D.C.
Oh, your hometown. Okay, that changes things. Okay, because I was
1 point
thinking.
for
We're
Alexa
thinking-
doing her research.
We're thinking Pacific Northwest.
Yes,
Oh.
and I was thinking they're up to some crazy shit out there. But now that I know this, I'm gonna go New York Mets because every Mets fan I've met has like a really insane energy, and I'm getting that same energy radiating from that burger for some reason.
Okay.
Like something that it's like they might they will give you the best compliment you've ever heard in your life, and they probably have also like stolen a car at some point. Like for some reason, that's kind of the
But not your car.
No, I've never had a car.
Ooh,
So
flag.
Redskins, fine with me.
Wow, that's a flex. Before I reveal the answer, then, is since we were a little miffed by it, would anyone like to change, knowing now that Nationals Park is in Washington, D.C.?
No, I'm sticking with my
No?
answer.
Sticking with it. All right. Well, it's a good thing you did because Nationals Park is incorrect. But what is correct is City Field in New York. Alexa, you get 1 point.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
yes.
Fiesta Burger can be found in New York City.
Ooh.
Because
Home
yes,
Interesting.
of the
that's the energy. That's the energy, all right.
home
Yeah,
of the
Mr.
big slappy burger.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that burger gave me anxiety. I was like, this is so messy and so soggy, and it
What?
made me nervous.
What could possibly make you anxious? Was it the discolored guacamole? Was it the
I couldn't see the patty. I need to see the patty. I don't feel relaxed if I
There's
can't
no
see the
time.
patty.
We don't. Nope. If that gave you anxiety, then oh boy, Andy, do I have something to show you? Please welcome to the stage the s'mores quesadilla.
Oh boy.
I ended with a question because what God would make this?
Ugh.
Could this be found at the home of the New York Yankees, the Philadelphia Phillies, or the Atlanta Braves? Alexa, you've got a little bit of a lead here, so I'll go to you first. What are you thinking?
Okay, once again, I'm thinking if a quesadilla sort of necessitates cheese. Is there cheese in that? Do we know?
Nope. Instead of cheese, there's chocolate.
Okay, then it's not a quesadilla. It's a
Gotta make the
chocolateria.
rules. Gotta make the rules or the quesadillas.
Um, I'm also going with a gut feeling. I guess that's all you can do. I have been to Philly once, loved it. They are also down to do insane shit. That is where I first tried a pickleback shot. And so I know that they are into just disparate things coming together. The city of brotherly love, even if those brothers are not cheese. So I will.
Okay, we got one for the Philadelphia Phillies. Andy, what say you? Is this something you could find at the home of the Yankees, the Phillies, or the Braves?
I'm also gonna go Philly because that is I am from a suburb of Philadelphia and I have absolutely no loyalty to Philly teams whatsoever. But I
Oh,
do have loyalty to the Philly fanatic, who is
okay.
a weird,
Yes.
fuzzy guy. And
Yeah.
I could see him chowing down on one of these. But I don't know if I guess that's his nose. He doesn't eat through like the hole in his
Yeah, I don't
where would
know.
he eat a quesadilla through?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Anyway, I'm going Philly because I think the Philly fanatic would enjoy this insanely cursed dessert.
Oh, Becca, it now turns to you. What are you thinking here? Your two fellow contestants think that this is found at the home of the Philadelphia Phillies, but do you think it could be elsewhere, or do you agree?
I was also in the Philadelphia camp, but I think it's just the image that you would eat like a Philly cheesesteak before you would eat the s'more quesadilla,
Mhm.
um, so to speak. I feel like it's a
Mhm.
good combo. So,
Mm.
just using my Harvard engineering degree to
Ooh,
some use. So,
okay. So we got 3 votes for the Philadelphia Phillies. And wouldn't you know it, with your powers combined, you were all correct. You can actually
Woo!
find that at Citizen Bank Park, home of the Philadelphia Phillies. Everybody's got a point. We love to see
Woo!
it. As we come to our last menu item, we're playing it a little safe on this last one. It's just a bat full of popcorn. How much popcorn? 98 ounces of fucking popcorn.
Oh my god.
Where in the holy hell could someone have a whole dinner's worth of popcorn? Is it the home of your Chicago White Sox, the Pittsburgh Pirates, or the San Francisco Giants? Alexa, you still have the lead, so I will let you lead off here in this last question of the first round.
Oh, well, God, if it is the White Sox and I didn't get that, I
To be fair,
I'm
all of these items are new this season.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Phew. All right. Well, okay, that makes me, because I was gonna say haul me off to a psychologist because I would get that like immediately, 1000%. Okay, so we got the White Sox. Who are the other two teams again?
The Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Francisco Giants.
Okay. It's okay. I'm a little torn because it feels like very like classic baseball snacks, and that seems like something the Giants would do. That seems like their kind of vibe, but it is a weapon, and so I feel like pirates would use it.
That's fair.
Diabolical. So but what, it's a like classic, like Cracker Jack snack. Americana, Marilyn Monroe is popping on that thing, so I'm gonna go Giants.
Okay, got it. Becca, I'm coming to you next. What stadium do you think you can find this item in? How many ounces do you think you could actually eat of popcorn?
Pittsburgh and 2 baseball bats worth, but
Whoa!
but I think it's Pittsburgh because of the red in the image. I was like realizing maybe there's some clues in the background. And if I remember, one of their colors is red, but I also don't know sports very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time to tell.
Look at you looking at clues. You are smart.
Yeah, good
Harvard.
observation.
Harvard.
I'm over here like, what's the aura of the image?
I tried that with the burrito, but it said Delaware in the image somewhere. I don't know why, and I was like, all right, well, that's not helpful.
I'll reveal that answer after this one. Andy, what are you thinking for this popcorn bat? White Sox, Pirates, or Giants?
It's a giant bat, so I'm gonna go with Giants, assuming that like maybe the title of the item is like, I don't know. Is there do they have like a mascot who's like someone the giant? Like maybe it's like his bat.
I'd have to look into that. I don't know, actually.
I know that definitely though that popcorn is stale as fuck.
You don't think that popcorn made game for you and dropping it in?
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to go and find out. The beauty of this one was there were actually 2 correct answers. One was PNC Park, which is in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
And the other was Oracle Park in San Francisco. So everyone got it right.
Wow. Wow.
But I will clear a few things up. The Pittsburgh Pirates colors are black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Sorry. And the Delaware you saw in the previous picture was Delaware North, the catering company that sponsors half of the food at every major league ballpark. A secret conglomerate you just learned about.
Wow. Well, look at that. I'm glad I know that.
The more you know. After one round, Alexa is in the lead with 4. Right behind her is Andy with 3. And right on her tail is Becca with 2. Now, we are going to go, before we hop into our second round, the redemption round. A chance now for the player in second place to possibly win 2 whole points. And wouldn't you know it, if my math checks out, Andy, that means you're going to get the chance to win 2 whole points right now.
Oh my God.
Throw you right into the lead. Now, here's how this is going to work. I am going to give you a topic to discuss. You'll have 20 seconds to speak on that topic. And from there, it will be up to the lovely chat to decide whether you will get 2 big, wonderful points.
I have to do a monologue.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
You do.
It's an improv audition.
Oh, God.
Your topic this evening, I think we all have had our fill with baseball as America's pastime. I would say it's 2025. It's time to shake things up. What do you suggest becomes America's new pastime? And I will give you the caveat of, it doesn't have to be a sport.
Okay. When does my time start?
Whenever you are ready to begin.
Okay. I'm gonna go with something that's already kind of established as a sport, and that is competitive. eating. It is incredibly impressive. It is incredibly entertaining. Who does not like food? When I discovered that like mukbangs were a thing and you could just watch people eat, at first I was like, oh, I don't know about that. And now fucking love it. So relaxing, so amazing. I love eating competitions. I was a big fan of Takeru Kobayashi, who was like the hot dog champion. Kobayashi versus the bear, where he competes against a bear in a hot dog eating contest. It's one of the best things that's ever been on television. The bear does not know he's in a competition. He is just a bear. And Kobayashi was interviewed after that, or not right after that, at some point, I think when he was like retiring and like reflecting back on his hot dog eating career. And he was like, yeah, that to me was America. And I agree. A bear versus a man eating as many hot dogs as possible and somehow eating the hot dogs in like the least appealing way because they're just choking him down. But he also mentioned in that interview that he did not feel super safe because there were not that many precautions taken, like between him and the bear. So maybe what I'm really advocating for is that I think the American pastime should be food eating competitions versus large animals. I think it doesn't get more American than that. And if I'm wrong, then, I don't know, hit me with the Constitution. I don't know.
Hit me with the Constitution. Am I
done? Did I talk enough?
You talked more than enough, and it was all good. I really enjoyed all of it. Before we reveal the results of the poll, I'm gonna just go around the horn really quick. Becca, what should America's new pastime be?
America's new pastime is depression naps. We're all depressed. We need a little more rest. And it's just, we can have nap circles, like where everyone kind of like naps like they're in preschool again with like a nice teacher watching, and then you can take a depressed nap like underneath your desk in your office. It'll just be, and then there'll be napping competitions. Who looks the most restful while sleeping? And and it has to be a new winner every time. So it's like nice and playful. Yeah.
So what do you think?
Me?
Oh, yes.
I'm in this. I think America's new pastime should be little getting to know you games. Like put out a deck of We're Not Really Strangers, or like pull up that list of like 60 questions to fall in love. I think that's what everybody should be doing all the time. I think we should all be oversharing 1000% of the time. We should all be in little like groups in the park, just quietly weeping because we've discovered what love really is. Like, that's what I think. I think it'll turn things around.
We'd probably be in a better shape if we all just overshared a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're right.
Plus, I love to know the tea. So this is,
Fair. I respect the ulterior motive. The results of the poll have come in, and Andy, wouldn't you know it, the chat thought you have earned 2 points. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, chat. It's an honor just to be nominated. Thank you, chat.
Oh, with that being said, let's hop into round 2. Okay. So, since it's round 2, we might as well also get into the second prize tonight's winner will receive. And it's a millennial staple. It's getting a little warm out. And you got to still protect your feet because you don't want to get sweaty in your shoes. So you'll need some no-show socks, my kids.
Oh my God.
You will receive, this is 4 pairs of no-show socks, man. This is good stuff right here. It fits sizes 10 to 13, but I feel like you got to stretch it before it gets to that. You'll be fine. Just throw them on. Nobody will know. It'll be our secret. So you'll receive these as well as these hangers tonight. That's for tonight's winner. But before we give that out, we've got to play another classic game here at Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes. It's time for Justin's Book Club. What makes this book club different from any other book club? Oh, we only read the best in books by celebrities. In this game, I will give you the title of a book written by a celebrity, and all you have to do is tell me how many pages that book is. The closest to the correct answer will receive 3 points. Second closest will receive 2, and the furthest away will receive 1 point. Now, I figured it'd only be right if we start with a children's book. Celebrities love writing children's books. But I wanted to find the most chaotic, maybe the most pseudo-problematic children's book I could find. And I think I found it. It's Con Pollo, a bilingual playtime adventure by Jimmy Fallon and Jennifer Lopez. 2 names that should have nothing to do with bilingual or children. How many pages do you think the book, Con Pollo, a bilingual playtime adventure by Jimmy Fallon and Jennifer Lopez, how many pages do you think that is? Becca, you went to Harvard. You know books. How many pages is this children's book?
Yes, yes. As a Harvard engineer, we actually had a study that we read about children's books and how they make Harvard students better. And basically, I'm looking at the range of 12 to 20 pages. So if I was going to average it and then do the median and then divide it by the amount of bucks that I give, it would probably be like 17 pages.
Now, for 17 pages. Andy, I'll come to you next. What are you thinking for Con Pollo, a bilingual playtime adventure by Jimmy Fallon and Jennifer Lopez? How many pages?
I just want to say, however many pages it is, more than 1 is too many pages for this book. I am going to say 10 because I'm sure that Jennifer Lopez and Jimmy Fallon also had ghostwriters and help, but I also think there's no way they had more than 10 pages in them. I just don't think they did.
Fair. Alexa, I need an amount of pages from you. And what do you think they needed more help with? The Spanish or the English version? I have, of course, talking about Con Pollo, a bilingual playtime adventure by Jimmy Fallon and Jennifer Lopez. I'll never get to say that again, so I got to say the whole thing every time.
I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, it rolls right off the tongue, I gotta say.
Don't it though?
Well, to answer the second question that you asked, I think probably they had way more trouble with the Spanish, because I do keep thinking of that, like a video that's a supercut of Jennifer Lopez speaking Spanish, and as a fellow bad Spanish speaker, I could say it's not great. And then
we all can't be Ben Affleck.
And then Ben Affleck speaking perfect Spanish.
Like, how dare he? How fucking dare he? How did he get so good?
Incredible. That is what having a gringo boyfriend will do to you. To answer the first question, I am imagining them scribbling this, like, backstage at the Tonight Show. So I'm thinking perhaps not too much, but if you have seen This Is Me Now, J-Lo's epic
I want you so bad
film in which she documents her own love life, it's pretty long-winded. She mines material that you would not believe there would be so much to mine there. So I am gonna go with a solid 14 pages, I think.
Ooh,
is
wow.
what Con Pollo consists of.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say that she in this film she wrote the book, and so you have special.
You know what? So much happens in it that maybe she did at some point.
Well, friends, I will say, you guys, to speak to Jimmy Fallon and Jennifer Lopez and their long-windedness, you gave them a lot more credit at them being able to wrap things up. Because Con Pollo, A Bilingual Playtime Adventure by Jimmy Fallon and Jennifer Lopez is exactly 48 pages. What are in those pages? I don't know. I'm waiting for it to come in through Amazon. I'll let you know when I get it.
There's
Oh
only
my
so many
God.
things that go with chicken.
I'm also just imagining it's one of those like kids books where it's like each page is very thick, like a thick cardboard, you know what I mean? So it's just enormous.
I really want to just see this book in a library somewhere and just skim it. I really do. I'm so curious of what the fuck is going on for 48 pages in this book. What else? I'd love to know what the fuck is going on in the amount of pages given is Melania by Melania Trump. When I put this category together, man, I saw this and I was like, I have to have it in here. And now I regret it entirely.
Why?
Why? Has something happened?
I don't understand. I mean,
Cool.
are we gonna get an Enron book in here too?
How many pages do you think Melania by Melania Trump is? Alexa, I will come to you first.
Let's see. How old is she? She's in like her 40s, 50s, something like that.
I'll look into that for you.
Okay, thank you, fact checker. Oh,
Mhm.
cat.
He's 55.
55. Okay, so she's got a little bit of life. She's midpoint. Say what you will about her, but she's had stuff happen in her life.
That's the most.
At least a couple of things.
That's the nicest thing I think I've ever heard anyone say.
Say what you will about her. She's alive.
Yeah. You know what? She's existed long enough for things to have happened.
She lives day by day. So as far as length, I mean, and it's an immigrant story in a way. I'm gonna go 325.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Yeah. I'm going, yeah.
All right. Andy, what do you think? Melania by Melania Trump. How many pages?
I'm gonna say 150 pages.
Woo, quick read, nice summer read.
She never has a lot to say, like publicly.
Mm-hmm.
She's very curt.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just seems like the kind of book that like you're like, why does it exist? And then when you see it, you also laugh because you're like, it's so short. So I think it's 150 pages.
Got it. All right, Becca, what are you thinking?
I'm trying to let my Harvard education inform me this time. My Harvard senses are saying 269.
Nice.
Jinx. You know what? Melania by Melania Trump is exactly 256 pages. Way to go.
Oh my God.
Look at the Harvard brain on this one over here. She surprised herself with that one. All right. Let's get to somebody who I guess people haven't fully canceled just yet. That's Tim Burton. He actually released a collection of short stories. The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy and Other Stories. How many pages is that long ass title? I will say, how about we start with Becca? We'll have you go first this time.
Wait, who wrote it again? Sorry, I just
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Tim Burton, known for I'm stalling.
Edward Scissorhands or The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think he did Sweeney Todd, I'm pretty sure.
He did.
I was getting him confused for my professor Tim Burton from
yes. We
almost
do
the
know
same.
Professor Tim Burton, professor of engineering at Harvard. Yes,
Yeah.
not to be confused. No relation. No
No
relation.
relation at all. No. Yeah, Tim Burton is a wacky guy, and I feel like he's got such a twisted imagination. So I'd imagine I'm gonna go like 399.
Alexa, what do you think here for the melancholy death of Oyster Boy and other stories?
Oh, well, I gotta say that he's really expanding his range. Melancholy. That's crazy. That's a crazy
For Tim
subject
Burton, what a
into.
shift! Yeah.
So since he doesn't have a lot of experience with that, and also I'm kind of imagining like little cartoon, like little sad cartoons, you know what I mean?
Sure. That's his vibe.
So which is fine.
No,
You
I was
think
just
it's
saying that's
fine?
his vibe.
Oh. How dare you? I hate cartoons. No, I don't. I love them. I I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna go like 175.
All
I
right.
think these are little tiny stories that are just like the boy wasted away.
The boy was carried away by the wind and died.
Yes, yeah.
Andy, what do you think here for this book of short stories by Tim Burton?
I just have a question. Is the boy made of oysters? Does he collect oysters? Like, I need to know more about the oyster boy.
I'll let you know when I get it in. It's once again coming in on the Amazon order along with Con Pollo, a bilingual playtime adventure by Jimmy Fallon and Jennifer Lopez. Coming in the same.
What a treat of deliveries you're gonna have. I did some quick math. I pulled up my calculator on my computer.
Mhm.
I think like 15 short stories, and if each one is like, I don't know, 20-ish pages. I don't know. I'm gonna go with 352. The number is just sort of speaking to me. I don't know why. It's probably because my edibles hit it.
Oh, all right. We love to hear that. Congrats on the edible hitting because
Thank you
that
so
number
much.
did not. The length of that book is 128 pages. Alexa,
Woo!
look at you over here getting some points.
Wow.
There's only so much you can write about a boy wasting away.
Poor child, that poor Oyster Boy.
Poor boy.
I feel like after Oyster Boy's melancholy death, we needed to up the energy, up the fun. And who's more fun than America's mom, Dolly Parton? So I figured, why not switch things up with a cookbook? This is good looking cooking. A year full of meals, a lifetime of family, friends, and food by Dolly Parton and her daughter, Rachel Parton George. How many pages do you think this cookbook is? Andy, I'll start with you.
Now, I have to admit that I do have an advantage here, and that is
Uh-oh.
because I see this book most days of my life because it is in the store that I work at. I work at a gift shop, and as soon as you said good looking cooking, I was like, oh, I know what it looks like. I've seen it. That being said,
Pressure's on.
I'm horrible at estimating amounts visually. Like, I couldn't tell you if like a large crowd of people that I'm looking at, I'll be like, I don't know, there was like 100 people there, and someone will be like, that was 300 people. Like, I can't. So I could really be way, way off here, despite having an advantage. I am gonna say, I'm gonna say 120. No, I'm gonna say 100 pages.
100 pages flat. Okay. Becca, what do you think for, man, this title's so fucking long. Good looking cooking. A year full of meals, a lifetime of family, friends, and food by Dolly Parton and Rachel Parton George.
Well, with my Harvard deductive reasoning, a
Mhm.
year of cooking.
Yes.
So then I would assume that there's
Ooh.
more than 365 pages because
Mm.
sometimes you need like an extra page to explain and then maybe a table
Sure.
of contents. So like I'm thinking what no, I'm just kidding. 399.
I sense a pattern. Alexa, what are you thinking here for Good looking cooking, a year of meals. Why are you making an accent? A lifetime of family, friends, and food by Dolly Parton and Rachel Parton George, y'all.
Sorry, I didn't get that title. Can you say it one more time?
Yeah. Good looking cooking, a year of meals, a lifetime full of family, friends, and food by Dolly Parton and Rachel Parton George.
Wait, that was too fast. I didn't.
This is my hell that I've created. Good looking cooking, a year of meals, a lifetime of family, friends, and food by Dolly Parton and Rachel Parton George.
Okay, okay. You know what? Despite maybe the physical evidence that Andy has laid out that perhaps it's a slimmer book, I'm going with the aura again. I'm I'm saying Dolly Parton has lived a pretty long time, and everybody knows you can only write a book that is about as long as however much you've lived. Um, and there's a whole nother lifetime there because of her daughter. You know, they're from Appalachia, and they've got a lot of cooking stuff going there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is cancelable. I don't think it is because it is true, but you can make a lot of stuff with squirrels, and they know how to do it. So,
I don't think that's cancelable.
okay, yeah, I guess, yeah. There's real culinary precedent here. So, I'm gonna say big 500, a big 500 Whopper.
500. Okay. Well, I hate to break it to you all, but everyone was kind of far off on this one. Good looking cooking, a year of meals, a lifetime of family, friends, and food by Dolly Parton and Rachel Parton George is 272 pages.
I told you I can't estimate visually. I'm very
Yeah, I was gonna say this is in your store. Like I don't know what
lots
happened
of
there.
other things in the store, but I don't know. It's
Lots of other
it's-
things in the store.
it's a coffee table book, so I think in my head, like if it's large and
It's massive. I
hardcover.
did see that.
So, but like it's not like
Yeah.
infinite jest, you know, like.
Dolly Parton
Chalk that
should
up as
write.
our first infinite jest reference in Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes history. We have one.
Find that hard to
last book.
believe.
We have one last book here in this round, and it, of course, much like the other books here, could not just be 2 words. It is Share the Memoir, Part 1.
What?
Share the Memoir, Part 1.
Oh,
Cher has
Part
decided
one.
to break up her memoir, much like the Twilight Saga, as this will just be part 1. How many pages do you think is Cher the Memoir, Part 1? Becca, you had the biggest reaction to this. Are you a big Cher fan? Either way, I'd love to know what's your guess on this.
I am a giant Cher fan. She got me through Harvard single-handedly with her music and her
Okay.
One Woman West Side Story show. Um, yes,
Forgot about that.
I listened to the audiobook of this, but I don't have the physical book, so I actually don't know the actual page count. So I'm on the same playing field as everyone else. So I'm just gonna take a whirl and we're gonna say 555.
Alexa, I'll go to you next as you were in second place currently. How many pages is Share the Memoir, Part 1?
I really thought at first you were saying share the memoir. Everybody.
Apologies. That was my mid-Atlantic accent, jumbling everything together.
Okay, you know what? We're going with my tried and true system. Cher's lived a long time, so the book is really long.
Yeah, sure.
Stuff has happened in her life for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean she's got so many phases. I'm gonna go with 895.
We are swinging for the fences in this one. Andy, you get the last shot at this thing. How long is Share the Memoir Part 1?
So you only split things up into parts when you realize that you thought you were going to be able to get something done much quicker than you know what I mean? So I think what probably happened is Cher was like, "Oh, I can write a memoir. It'll probably only be like 300 pages." And then she started and was like, "Oh, we haven't even scratched the surface and I'm already." So I'm going to say, based on that and the fact that Becca said 400 something, I'm going to say 375.
375. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So Cher, the memoir, part 1 is our longest title in the round. It is 432 pages.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a read there. I'm assuming, like you were saying, she kind of just was writing. She's like, no, I can knock this out in 300. And she's like 400 pages in, and it's like, fuck, it's only 1972.
She hasn't even met Sonny Bono yet.
No,
and,
not even close.
And
Not even
she's
close. Absolutely not. But to be fair, actually, Becca, does Cher is she voicing her own audiobook?
She voices the first like paragraph of
So
each
she got tired of it?
and then she got tired of it, and then somebody else, her like friend of a bajillion years, like voices
What?
the rest of it. Yeah, it's kind of funny actually, because then you just hear it's her actual voice. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot she's not reading most of it.
That's insane. I would have at least expected her to read her own audiobook.
Could be better.
She's saving her strength for part 2 and 3. That's what it is.
Once you write believe, you don't have to do anything else in your life.
You really,
So we're
you
lucky.
really
We're lucky
shouldn't.
that she's doing this for us.
Fair point. Fair point. Oh, after 2 rounds, Harvard Becca has snuck into first place with 8. Andy right behind her with 7. Alexa with 6. It's a tight game. It could go any single way. But now is the time for our second and final redemption round of the evening. And of course, this will go to the player in last place, which happens to be Alexa. Alexa, congratulations. Here's how this will work. It'll be similar to the last one. You'll have 20 seconds to talk about a topic of my choosing, and then our lovely chat will decide then and there whether you get 2 wonderful points. The topic of discussion this evening is obviously summer is pretty much here. And a lot of people have been debating whether the song of the summer is actually a thing that can exist anymore. Alexa, I ask you, what is the ultimate song of the summer?
Oh wow, this is a great question, and
That's all I bring.
I am ready to answer. Okay, well, not the question. Okay, I really take umbrage with, can the song of the summer still exist? Are we living in the same? Okay, Addison Rae's album just came out. I've been listening to
Write the
Fame.
article. I did
I've been
not. I
listening to
don't work
Fame
for
as
the
a
New
Gun
Yorker.
literally just over and over and over again today. It's like the only thing I've heard that's a human voice other than you guys right now. So I would say that the song of the summer is alive and well. As far as the ultimate song of the summer, I'm really gonna have to think about this because I'm really passionate about songs of summer in general.
I'm actually really glad this one came to you, really, because I was like,
Yeah.
man, this is tailor-made for Alexa, actually.
Yeah, it really is. Okay. You know what? I don't know if it's the ultimate, but maybe it is. And you know what? Cancel me, crucify me. I'm probably doing the opposite, and what this challenge is supposed to do. I'm gonna turn the chat against me right now. But you know what?
Your
Sexy
turn.
Back by Justin Timberlake.
Whoa.
It I'm telling you, when that came out, I look younger than I am. I've lived a long time, and so I remember when that song came out. I was coasting around. I think I was like on vacation in Key Largo or something like that. And I was like on a little moped, and that song came on the radio, and I stopped and was like, "What is this?" And then other people on the street kind of perked up and said, "What is that?" I can't remember really the last time a song did that in such a visceral way. So you know what, JT, you know, can he finish the world tour? I don't know. Can he is he ever gonna is he ever gonna, you know, bounce back from you know, his litany of things he seems to just sort of unwittingly kind of stumble into, in my opinion. I don't know, but Sexy Back, truly a revolutionary song.
Mhm.
That to me is summer personified.
I'm not.
Sorry,
When you
crucified.
first said it, I was so aghast because I'm like, what the hell? But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? You're right, because god damn it, we got the receipts right here. Can
Wow!
This is
Oh,
a
wow.
vinyl Future Sex Life
Vinyl.
songs on vinyl, baby. And there's
Oh
one reason
yeah.
why, and it's track 2 on side A.
Yep.
It's Sexy Back fucking slaps, dude.
Yep.
Man, had us going crazy back in the day.
Ugh,
The
True.
results,
best work.
the results of the chat are in. Alexa, congratulations. You do receive 2 points. The beauty of this is you receive 1 point from each of your opponent's score.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wow, I'm really surprised because I was really trying. I was really combative with the audience, so thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for.
Of course. Selfishly now, I will say we have to hurry to the final round, but also I think the greatest song of the summer of all time is Fantasy by Mariah Carey with ODB. It always works. Round
Ah,
3.
Okay,
that's a good one.
It's so good.
It's really good.
it's great.
But man, Sexy Back was such a game changer. I don't know what Timbaland was on that day when he came up with that beat.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Oh.
Tonight's winner, along with receiving these lovely no-show socks and these lovely hangers, will also receive 2 very, very cute Mason Sipper glasses.
Oh.
And I know this is stupid game, stupid prizes, but we ain't cheap, baby. That's real glass.
Ooh.
I kind of want this.
Tonight's winner will receive all of these, and it all comes down to the time-honored Stupid Game, Stupid Prizes Classic, What Happens in Florida. Here's how this game will work, my friends. I will read you a news article, and all you have to do is tell me whether this happened in Florida or not. Each question is worth just 1 point, but here's the rub, my friends. Look at your scores currently. That is the amount you can wager in this round. Here's what I will need from you. I will need the amount of points that you are willing to wager. And out of this 5-question round, how many questions do you think you will get correct out of 5? Because you must get that exact number correct in order to receive those sweet, delicious points. So if you wager that you're going to get 3 questions right, you can't get 2, and you can't go 4 for 5, and you can't go 5 for 5. You got to get exactly 3. Now, that all that has been laid out, let's get some bets in here. Alexa, you're in the lead with 8 points. You have 8 points to wager. How many would you like to bet? And how many questions out of 5 do you think you will get right?
Well, I don't know if you know this about me, Justin, but I am from Florida.
I do.
So, so yes, Miami, well, not born and raised, whatever. I was born in Pensacola, but I also still in Florida, and so I'm feeling pretty confident, and also I'm feeling pretty reckless. I'm feeling pretty mischievous. My aura meter's going crazy.
Sounds like Florida.
I am going to wager 7 points that I will get 4 out of 5 correct.
Ooh, we love a gambler. We love a gambler on this show.
Oh yeah, which you
All
can
right.
do.
Harvard Becca, I'd love to know how you're going to approach this. Are you going to be smart and strategic with your Harvardness, or will you make a confident play? How many points would you like to wager, and how many questions out of 5 are you willing to bet?
I think I'm going to wager 3 points, and I'm going to have 3 out of 5 right.
Out of 5. Very middle of the road, very Harvard. Well played. Andy, What are you thinking here? We have got 6 points that you can bet. How many questions out of 5 do you think you'll get right?
Really hard for the points that I have, so I'm gonna try and hold on to them, and I'm only gonna wager one of my points.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna do well at this. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna get 3 out of 5 right.
Okay. All right. I can't wait to see how this spins out. All right. Let's get this thing going. My God. For everyone watching in the chat, watching along, trying to play along, I will gladly drop in the news articles for all of these stories as we go along. But let's hop into the first one. Your first headline: man tells police he stole dozens of pool floats, to use for sex. Man tells police he stole dozens of pool floats to use for sex. I'll go to our most confident player first. Alexa, did this happen in Florida?
Okay. Dozens of pool floats for sex. You know what? I'm kind of leaning not Florida because I feel like pool floats are so what's the word? Not endemic, but commonplace. I feel like they're so like commonplace and maybe endemic too to Florida that nobody would really brag about using. I feel like it's all given like, yeah, we're using these for sex, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna say not Florida.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's they call the pool float Florida's condom.
I wish I could give you a bonus point in this round, but I simply cannot. But just know, if this were another round, you would get one for that. My goodness. Becca, did this happen in Florida? Man tells police he stole dozens of pool floats to use for sex.
I agree. It seems like a bait and switch, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay, got it. Andy, I come to you last. Man tells police he stole dozens of pool floats to use for sex. Did this happen in Florida?
As soon as you said it, I felt yes. So I'm going with my gut. Yes, this happened in Florida. The fact that he also told the police this, I don't know. There's something, it feels Florida to me.
Okay. Well, hey, sometimes you got to go with your gut. Feel the rain on your skin. Andy, you are correct. This did, in fact, happen in Florida.
Well,
We're off to a great start. I'm so glad I was able to trick the person from Florida. You don't know the pride I feel because people from Florida come on this show and they're like, "No, I got this. I'm from Florida." And I'm like, when I get you on one, that's all I need. That's all I need just for me. But let's keep moving on. Drug dealer kidnaps rival and tortures him with hot sauce. Drug dealer kidnaps rival and tortures him with hot sauce. Did this happen in Florida? Andy, I come to you first.
It feels meth motivated. So no.
Okay.
I don't know. Does Florida like meth? I don't know.
There's no time for questions. There is no time for questions in this round.
I'm going to say
I
no.
can say yes.
I was going to say, but the answer is yes. But there's no time. There's no time. Becca, I come to you. Drug dealer kidnaps rival and tortures him with hot sauce. Did this happen in Florida?
No.
Okay, got it. Alexa, did this happen in Florida?
This does seem like an outtake from Spring Breakers, so I'm gonna go yes.
Okay. And as we all know, Spring Breakers, the greatest movie of all time, and has to be true.
Yes.
It did happen in Florida.
Oh yeah, that's Tampa behavior if I've ever heard it.
Oh my God, I wish I could give you a bonus point because if you check the chat, you're absolutely correct.
Thinking I knew it.
That is absolutely insane. You knew that. That is absolutely insane and maybe a first. Congrats on that. I wish I could give you bonus points, but I cannot. I cannot.
Damn.
But just know that was good. That was good work. Woman uses bag of cookies to save her dog from bear attack. Woman uses bag of cookies to save her dog from bear attack. Did this happen in Florida? Becca, I come to you first.
I have to get the next 3 right. So
You are absolutely correct.
I am gonna say no.
Okay. Andy, what do you think?
I feel like you want us to think no because it's a bear and a bear evokes another place. So because of that, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Alexa, what do you think?
I will say there are bears in Florida, and there's quite a few.
Meth and bears, I didn't know.
They go together like milk and cookies. But something about the cookies seems a little too PG for Florida, so I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. This actually happened in Florida, y'all.
Ooh,
Which
damn.
means, first of all,
Nice knowing ya.
Harvard Becca, I'm so sorry. You needed to get that question correct, and you did not, which means you lose 3 points. There's still a chance. There's still a chance you win this thing. I think, maybe not. But hey, this is where we are. I'm not in charge of the math here. That's what M's here for. But you'll still get to play as we go along. We got 2 more of these left before we wrap it up here. My goodness. The next one we have, kindergartner brings Jell-O shots to school, gives them out to students. Did this happen in Florida? Becca, you cannot win the game right now on this question, but we'll ask you first. Did this happen in Florida?
Let's have a fun run. Let's say yes.
Andy, you already have 3 correct. You've actually been 3 for 3 so far, which means you need to get the next 2 incorrect in order to receive your 1 point and have a shot at possibly winning this game. So with all that being said, did this happen in Florida?
I don't think it did. So I'm gonna say yes, it happened in Florida because I don't need any more wins.
Heard. Alexa, you have to get this next one right. Did this happen in Florida?
I want to say I don't know. Something's telling me no. No, actually, you know what? This could happen in Miami, I think. This could happen in Miami. I gotta say yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, my friends, I have some good news and I have some bad news. For those in the chat, as you have probably seen, this happened in the great state of Pennsylvania.
Oh, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
Damn.
Which means that, Alexa, I'm so sorry, you've lost 7 points.
We love it.
I'm honored to know that I could fool a Floridian with some toys.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't know everything that's going on there.
That's true. You're not there anymore every day to keep tabs on what's happening.
I should have gone with my gut. I knew a Floridian will not waste liquor like that.
In theory, Andy has already won the game, but let's do the last one just for shits and gigs. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, and man, oh man, I say the most cringe for last. Man allegedly has shown up to multiple open houses hosted by realtors for the purposes of touching their feet. Man allegedly has shown up to multiple open houses for the purpose of touching realtors' feet. Did this happen in Florida? Becca, what do you think?
I've gotten all them wrong. So
it's been actually a magical run, to be fair.
I can't believe I have like the opposite instinct. So I'm just gonna say yes, it happened in Florida. Let's hope I get it right.
Alexa, what do you think here?
I'm thinking 100% yes. Even if this particular question is wrong, I am positive that this has happened in Florida before, and maybe it's happened so often that it's not newsworthy anymore. So I'm saying yes.
Like, regardless if this article is from there, it has happened in Florida.
Yeah.
Got it. And Andy, for shits and gigs, did this happen in Florida?
Yeah, at first I was thinking maybe not, but then I was like, well, in order to know that you're going to be able to touch a foot, it has to be somewhere warm that the realtor would be wearing sandals. So yeah, it's Florida.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. And you're absolutely correct. That did happen in Florida because of course it did. And you only lose 1 point, but you know what? It doesn't freaking matter. Congratulations, you are tonight's winner of Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes, the hangers, the socks, the glassware. It all goes to you. Congratulations. What a run, honestly. Getting 4 out of 5 technically correct on did it happen in Florida is impressive work. Man, oh man, oh man. We had a
I'm
wild.
from Pennsylvania, so
Ah,
I kind of get it.
Similar vibes, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it is the Florida of the Northeast.
It sure is. It sure is.
Alexa, last place tonight, but first in our hearts. Anything you want to say to the people before we ride on out of this thing? Anything you want to post up? Anything you want to say? Any shows you want to promote?
I just want to send my appreciation to the audience again. I really underestimated how much you love Justin Timberlake as well. So thank you to my JT heads. You really picked me up. I'll never forget you.
We will never forget that Justin Timberlake era from those 3 albums he did before he got weird.
Mhm.
What a magical. I may put on that damn vinyl when this is done.
Oh yeah.
Becca, god dang it. You know, you started out kind of cold, you heated up, and then Florida was just a little bit too lowbrow for your Harvard brain. Is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to shout out? Any shows you want to plug before we hit the old dusty trail?
Florida looks like a penis. And
To be fair,
also
many states look like a penis.
that's true. We love states that look like penises. That's why we make them that way. But like I think I don't have anything to shout out, but just be kind, Let's be kind out there.
Andy, our big winner tonight, taking home all the prizes and all the glory. Anything you want to shout out, anything you want to plug before we ride off into the sunset?
Sure. If you like animals, I have with my fiance, we have a YouTube channel called How Are Animals Real, where we go to different and right now different animal shelters in Chicago and meet animals. We just met like 50 rabbits recently. It was great. It was the best. And I also just started and just like that recap podcast for the Sex and the City extended universe, and just like Yap, and you can also find that YouTube. And it's just been a privilege to be with a Floridian, a Harvard engineer, and you, Justin. I've just had a blast, and I'll remember it forever.
Oh, forever. God damn. All right. Well, Em, you've been holding us down in the shadow room the whole time. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I want to say congratulations to Cola Scola for taking home the Tony for Oh Mary. Well deserved. I know that they're watching and I want them to know how much we love them. Thank you, Cole. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Cole. Good work. Good work. Good work. God dang it. Why won't it? There it is. It's a good shot. See it. See it. It's good, man. I got everything here. Justin Timberlake.
I'm dying to see it.
Oh, well, that about wraps it up for us here at Stupid Games, Stupid Prizes on the Trident Network on Twitch. We will be back next month with a brand new game, 3 brand new contestants, and more stupid prizes. On behalf of myself, the contestants, Em up there in the Shadow Realm, Justin Timberlake, Cole Scola, the whole gang. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, just fucking be nice to each other. Good Lord. Take a breath. Just we're really all going through it. So just, maybe show some grace to folks, all right? Or I'll punch you in the mouth. Okay, thanks, bye.